Let's talk about the time the USSR literally floated balloons on the planet Venus, a planet with a temperature of over 700 degrees Fahrenheit and an air pressure nearly 100 times greater than the Earth's. And they didn't just do it once, they did it twice, and how they did it is actually insane. On December 15th and the 21st of 1984, the USSR launched their identical Vega 1 and Vega 2 spacecraft from Baikonur Cosmodrome, which consisted mainly of two parts, a flyby spacecraft and a lander. They would separate, and the flyby spacecraft would be used to relay information from the lander back to Earth. The flyby spacecraft wasn't actually going to stay at Venus, it would only be there for a couple of days, but that was okay because the lander was only expected to last a couple of hours. But where does the balloon play into this? Well, as the lander descended into the atmosphere of Venus and its first parachute opened, this also caused the balloon to open as well. When the second main parachute opened and the first parachute was discarded, this released the balloon at an altitude of roughly 34 miles. Even though the surface temperature of Venus will exceed 700 degrees Fahrenheit, the higher you go up in Venus's atmosphere, the lower the temperature and air pressure gets. Where the Vega balloons floated, it was about 80 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit and an air pressure about half that of Earth's at sea level, making it easier for the balloons to survive. Each of the balloons lasted for roughly 46 hours and floated for about 7,000 miles until their batteries ended up dying. They also each weighed about 46 pounds, including their instruments. But Vega's story actually wasn't over. Remember that flyby spacecraft we talked about earlier? Well, it just worked out that with minimal course corrections, it could actually continue on to Halley's Comet. So in March of 1986, Vega 1 and Vega 2 became the first and second spacecraft to fly by Halley's Comet, which helped prepare the European Space Agency's Giotto spacecraft for its flyby of Halley's Comet later that month too.